I've been with Compound Stock for about 2 years. It's been a wonderful product. I've been averaging probably about 4.5% a month. In fact, my wife, I got her into it. I've been managing her account, and she did 8% last month. She's ecstatic. It's been just a wonderful product.
Conventional wisdom says that options are a risky proposition, and they are when used by traders to gamble in the market. But unconventional investors like CSE founder Joseph Hooper never gamble with options and use their unconventional wisdom to generate income from these high-risk option traders.
The way we minimize risk through the use of covered calls is by selling a covered call when we buy the stock. We're not looking for the stock to go up in value.
Traditionally, you're encouraged to buy a stock and hold that stock and hope and pray that it goes up in value. You have no control over your investment. You literally throw that money out the window and hope and pray that it goes up. Where this differs is that it injects management control into your assets, just like you'd manage a business or you manage a piece of real estate. You can control that asset to produce you income. You produce a consistent income of 3, 4, 5% per month from that asset. So you grow your money regardless of the direction of the market.
It doesn't really make any difference to me what the market is doing, because I'm going to make money regardless of the direction that the market moves. So if it's going up, that's great. If it goes down, I'm still going to make money.
With this system, you have no problem going to bed at night because you don't worry about what's going to happen. If stock goes up, stock goes down, you're going to make money either way.
What I like most about the CSE method is that the stock doesn't have to go up for you to make money.
Covered calls go back a long time, 50, 60 years. My dad was doing covered calls many, many years ago, before the advent of the computer even. But the computer democratized the business. All of a sudden you could get the information that you needed to buy stocks and sell covered calls. Prior to that, it was very difficult to do, and commissions were very, very expensive, and the average investor was just totally cut out of the picture. Today, the average investor, through the use of the computer, can be very much involved with buying stocks and selling covered calls and having significant returns.
I've been doing covered calls and other investing for the last 6 or 7 years, but what I learned was mainly the management techniques.
The reason why more people aren't doing this is simply a lack of education. Interestingly, you could only start doing this as a retail investor in 1999 to 2000, was when retail investors really got access to being able to do covered calls for themselves. The two catalysts were, one, the internet, and two, lowering of brokerage commissions. So the internet came around and brought brokerage commissions right down to the point where private investors with a smaller amount of money could do this.
Our long-term goal and our objective at Compound Stock Earnings is to teach investors that there's another method, another way to make returns, not 4 or 5% a year, not mutual fund returns, but 4 or 5% per month, which our investors do on a regular basis. And when people come to our seminars, they meet those people. We have clients that have been doing this for 7 years. And so this allows people to retire when they get those kind of returns at a much earlier age, or any age, with a lot less capital. They can retire in grand style because they're getting 4 or 5% per month and not 4 or 5% per year.
Dealing with Compound Stock Earnings and covered calls has allowed me to retire comfortably approximately 3 years sooner than I would have otherwise.
I've been with CSE for about 1.5 years, and my rate of return is usually between 4 and 5% per month.
We're in our 10th month of using Joe's and Aaron's techniques, and the first 4 months we averaged about 4.7%, and we're up above 5% average now.
I've been with Compound Stock for about 2 years. It's been a wonderful product. I've been averaging probably about 4.5% a month. In fact, my wife, I got her into it. I've been managing her account, and she did 8% last month. She's ecstatic. It's been just a wonderful product.
Putting your money to work isn't as difficult as you think. Using the method pioneered by Compound Stock Earnings, both seasoned and novice investors are discovering a new and better way to maximize their returns.
I've been trading for over 15 years now. Learned to trade by some of the best managers and best traders in the world today. And I think as I look at Joe and Aaron and CSE, the methodology that they use here is something that I think is very unique and is unparalleled in the trading industry today.
Unlike gambling or speculating, when you sell a covered call, the cash is in your account instantly. You don't have to wait a second. I mean, it's there instantly.
But you don't have to have years of investing experience to put your money to work right now.
The street mentality is regards investments always been buy stock It's supposed to go up in value. If the stock doesn't go up in value, then you sell the stock for a loss. And you go buy another stock that's going to go up in value. And what happens is after you do that enough times, every time a stock goes down 10%, you sell it 10 times, you don't have any value left. You don't have anything to go buy. And we don't teach that. We teach buy a good stock, keep that stock like rental property, sell covered calls against it for the income and for the compounding to make that money grow. $10,000 at 5% per month grows into $3.5 million in 10 years. That's an incredible, incredible return. The stock never has to go up in value, not one penny. It can stay at 10,000, it can go down, but you're going to have $3.5 million at the end of the 10 years.
And compound stock earnings so far, since I've been with them, have been averaging about 10.2% per month, which is pretty good. And last year, as a matter of fact, I've taken my account and actually doubled its value in 12 months.
Whether you're an aggressive or a conservative investor, whether you have experience with investing or not, even if you only have a few $1,000s, there's a better way to build your wealth and generate income in retirement.
I'm actually retired, have been, and one of the things it's allowed me to do is I really haven't exercised my retirement options at one of the companies I was at for well over 20 years. So, in other words, I am retired, but I haven't tapped into my retirement plan. It just sits there and continues to earn money in that plan because the money I earn from the compound stock earnings method allows me to enjoy the lifestyle I want and still sock additional money away that I don't even touch. I just keep reinvesting it.
Covered calls is a non-speculative option for me, meaning that I know that if I make an investment in a stock and I get a good quality stock, I do know the stock will go up and down. However, as soon as I write that covered call, I'm generating income. I'm also reducing my cost basis when I do that. And by doing this, it reduces my risk.
Prior to using Joe's tools and using Joe's techniques, I was a technical trader, and it's a little tougher to get good returns.
Now I can generate a 5% return a month instead of a year, cash money.
My goal is to retire early. I'm tired of working hard, I want to work smart.
How can you get started? Go to unconventionalwisdom.tv and sign up for a free 2-hour seminar that can show you how to see steady returns immediately. Attend live on the internet or in person at a conference center near you.
There are literally thousands upon thousands of people who are now taking control of their money and pulling their money out of the hands of investment advisors and learning this technique. And the process is either reading the book or taking the 2-day seminar, and you can really get going from day one, from month one, and start doing this technique and making the returns.
Getting involved with CSE has completely changed our financial future already just in 2.5 months because we pulled all of our IRAs out of the funds that they were in, and we've put them in self-directed funds where we are investing them using the CSE methods.
And even in the beginning, we cashed in some annuities and took the penalty hit on it, but I said it doesn't matter because we'll make that up and more. So I might as well cash that in, get it working with CSE, make bigger returns, and make up any loss and penalty that we had cashing that in early with no problem.
The advice I'd give to anyone who's interested in this method is the same advice I've given to other people totally unsolicited, and that is learn the method. And it's very important that you learn the rules because the rules are what enable you to make the money that you enjoy or the return that you enjoy month to month.